The Incas were practically bathing in it. Athletes pined for it. And to quote Spandau Ballet, gold. Always believe in your soul. You have the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe in... You are gold. In this case, it's the Label 5 Gold Heritage coming up in just a few moments. That's right, my salty friends. Tonight I am tasting for you the Label 5 Gold Heritage. The Label 5, there are a number of expressions of the Label 5 available, 4 I believe, and they're all blends. We are dealing with a blend in this particular outing. Label 5, it is a Scottish distillery, but it happens to be owned by a French drinks company, La Martiniquasie. It sounds like Ricky Martin. No, La Martiniquasie. And they have also purchased the Glenmoray distillery. And I think the Label 5 is now, for this reason, quite popular in France. Of course, they probably don't call it Label 5, they would probably call it Label 5. In terms of the marketing of this product and where it sits, you have the baseline, the Label 5, I think it's the Label 5 Classic Black, I think it might be, or it might just be called Label 5. They then have a 12-year-old expression. Then they have this one, the Gold Heritage, and then they have the extra rare 18 years old expression. So this one, in terms of marketing, is placed above the 12 years old, despite the fact of this being a NAS. Speaking of details, let's have a look at the bottle and have a squiz at what we're dealing with. Pretty nice colour. I wasn't able to find out if this has been artificially coloured, but I suspect it has been. It's a blend. We're talking 40% ABV. That's 40% alcohol. Now this is a bit this is a bit dubious. This Master Blender Graham Cole. Sorry, Graham, if I mispronounce your last name. Crafted a unique whiskey. Gold Heritage is a blend of exceptional whiskies that includes malts aged of more than 20 years. So, I didn't know you were allowed to do that. They're saying there are malts in here that are over 20 years old, but there's no other age statement on there. So, how much of it? Who knows? I mean, I think it's a bit dicey. I think it should be all or nothing. You either put an age statement on it or nothing. Label 5, Gold Heritage, is a personal achievement for me. Not me, Graham Cole? Are we cool? Graham Cole. Building on the tradition of Label 5, I have hand-selected whiskies from different ages and casks which marry together to produce a wonderfully balanced blend. The result is an exceptionally smooth whiskey loaded with fruit, spice, warm vanilla oak, and subtle smoke, which offers a unique taste experience. And it's got nosing and tasting notes on the back. There will, I dare say, probably be some Glenmoray in here. As I mentioned earlier, Glenmoray is now also owned by Les Martiniquaises, and so hardly surprising. And as I understand it, the Les Martiniquaises is investing quite a bit of money into Glenmoray to expand the distillery so that they can, by extension, expand Label 5. So it'll be interesting to see in the next few years if we start seeing more expressions of Label 5 come out. Well, that's enough of me prattling on. Let's crack her open and see how she smells and tastes. Oh yeah, this is crap. There's no cork. It's like a weird screw cap with an indent there, and that thing there, like a little hole instead of just an open bottle. This is garbage. I think perhaps, maybe if I was a bartender, that might this weird thing might come in handy in some way. I don't know. I've never worked behind a bar, but for the average person at home, this is crap. Just a standard cork would have been nice, or perhaps even just a, if you really have to, a standard screw cap. But that thing is just a pain in the tuchus. For a blend, it has quite a potent nose. I'm already picking up smells just from pouring her out. Dried fruits. Candied orange. Raisins. A raisin in the sun. A little bit of cereals. Like a cereal note. Dried apple and vanilla. A very, very faint spiciness. A little bit of a sting in the nose. If I ever write a book about nosing whiskey, that's what I'm going to call it. A sting in the nose. As I said, quite a strong nose for a blend. Impressed. Chin chin. Sweetness. Dried fruits. And wood spices. So a good balance there. A note of vanilla. There is a bit of peatiness. Not very strong, not very high at all. Very mild peatiness in the background. I'm not as enamoured with peat as many other Scotch lovers are, so for me this is a fairly good level. Not upstaging, as I personally think peat tends to be. There's a bit of a ginger spice to it. More ginger than spice, but a bit of a kick, which is quite nice. It's in terms of a blend, I would say slightly above average. About a medium finish. Inching towards short medium, but I think it's just long enough to be medium. And the dominant flavours on the finish are that kind of dry ginger and a little bit of peat smoke at the end. Very nice. Yes, the label 5, or the label 5. Not a bad little drop, actually. A surprise. I've not had any of the other expressions, so I'm not quite sure how much of a step up it is from the classic black or the 12-year-old. Be interesting to have a try of those at some point, but there was no bitterness. There's nothing you need to mask with a mixer or with water or with ice. Quite a good balance has been struck there, and quite a good intermingling of all those flavours. Well, I quite enjoyed this one. I'm on a hat trick so far. Three good drops in a row. I hope I haven't just jinxed the next one. And there will be a next one. If you would like to have a chat with me about the Label 5 or any of the other whiskies I've tried, please do let me know in the comments section, and of course subscribe, check out the Facebook page, and hope to taste another whiskey with you salty dogs very, very soon.